It's crunch time.
What do you toast your bread at? 3, 4?
I mean, yeah, like, usually I do it between 2 and 3.
Okay.
But if it's a thicker slice of bread,
I'll do 3 because it's a thicker slice of bread.
Yeah, I might be up a little bit further.
Do we need to bring out the toast scale and see what everyone's...
No, it's a normal amount. Morning, everyone. So anyway, this food.
Ask for it by name. Tiny Eddie's Cloud Lemon Shortbread.
For a minute, I was like, where did I put the keyboard? That's from a niece who says, "Hey Eddie, what should Stephen eat to curb the static so he doesn't zap the stream box?" Cloud lemon shortbread.
That sounds like you could do that. If you had like a fluffy shortbread and it was lemon.
Maybe touching a cloud would fix my problems. So we did look into it, and there's a few different methods. We also determined something. We determined that the house is not staticky. The room is not staticky. The couch is staticky. All of the static is coming from the couch.
You are quite staticky too.
I'm staticky because I was on the couch. Like when I get up from bed and I come downstairs, before I sit on the couch, I am not creating static. But a lot of times in the mornings when I'm like getting things set up and testing stuff, I'm up and on the couch like multiple times. I'm like, sit down, do a thing, get up, adjust a thing, sit down, do a thing. So like I'm moving around a lot, and it all starts when I'm on the couch. So there's a few different ways to deal with it, and we are aware of those ways, and we'll deal with it.
I can't wait the ham.
Probably today, maybe today. We've been really busy. Been really, really busy. We the room that Mao is going to use as her studio has been full of every video game we own, and that's not good. So we've been moving stuff out of that room. We don't have it all done, but we have most of it done. So we're getting close to Mao being able to actually work. But also her lights are in Myrtle Beach, so gotta go back to get those. God, I love moving. I love moving so much. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing I've ever done. It has caused me absolutely no anxiety or stress, and has only been an extremely relaxing experience. I recommend it to everyone, especially if you have many belongings. Definitely recommend it. It's a no, not sarcasm. Small amount. We got 38 months from Darkness Pride. 350 bits from Radio Dread that says, "How about a clown? No, you have no choice." Oh. Here, take this clown. No, I'm good. No. We don't want it. You have to have it. 17 months from Mikey DCT. 12 months from Haley May 88. Congrats on the 1. 34 months from Melzy D. 23 from Galactic Nova. 44 from Arian 661. 33 from Platinum Pikachu 153. 24 months from Jesse Picard. That's a 2. 29 months from Galactic Ambition. 28 from Shadowlance. We get a subscription from Legend of Kiara. Welcome. 300 bits from Satsy. It says, cake for breakfast, cake for lunch, cake for days. I'm a one-man cake crew. Help. I've made a clown of myself. I've had too much cake. But you don't want the cake to go bad. Can't let the cake go bad. So, really... So really, you're doing yourself a service.
Oh wait, give me yours back.
What?
Give me yours back.
Did you
That's unsalted butter, so I need to put a little salt on it.
Yeah. Betty Crocker, don't do halves. I've definitely been there where you wind up with a cake that is very large, and you're like, the cake's gonna go bad. And then you have to eat a lot of cake.
All right. Anyway, here you go.
It's fine. Anytime any of that sort of thing happens, where I'm eating something repeatedly, that in my heart I'm like, I probably shouldn't eat this much of this. I just think, well, it won't be forever. I don't know if that's the best way of thinking about it, but that's how I think about it. I'm like, well, it won't be forever. Just trying to get this cake to go away. I promise not to make or buy another cake for a long time, so it's fine. It's fine.
All right, I think I finally finished our breakfast.
Thank you, Mallory.
You're welcome.
Vagabond says, how long did you eat 2.5 cups of butter a week for? Not forever. See? There you go. There you go. Now, if you do repeatedly make or buy cakes, then, that would be different. If you're like, week 6 of eating nothing but cake. I have purchased or made 6 cakes. He says, I have more boxes. Okay, so that would be on you though. You gotta choose not to make the cake mix for a little bit.
We have an excessive heat warning today.
Or if you... Today?
It's gonna get 111 with heat index.
Is that gonna break the record from yesterday?
No, yesterday was 115.
Okay. Yeah, so yesterday was actually the 3rd hottest day on record in Raleigh. We were out running errands, and I was looking at the dash of the car has the temperature thing on it, and I filmed it at 100, and I was like, 100. And then I was driving around, and it was like 102, and I was like, I was like, that's pretty hot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's not including the heat index, which heat index 115 degrees. So anyway, it'll get cooler. It is July, but I guess in other places in the U.S. it's not that hot. So that is one downside. Raleigh is hotter than Myrtle Beach. You would think to some degree of you went north, you get a little cooler. But in Myrtle Beach, you have the ocean breeze, and all of the coolness that brings. So it actually lowers the temperature by a good 10 to 20 degrees compared to the butt crack that is Raleigh, North Carolina. Anyway, it won't be hot forever. 300 bits from Pink Fatima says, I've got another interview for a really cool PhD position coming up on Monday, and I would like to request some good vibes again in hopes that things will work out well. Good vibes. I hope that things do work out well. Especially if it's as you described it, a cool position. Because sometimes these things come along for folks and they're like, this is a really cool, like I really want this job just because it's like, it's a good job, it's a cool job, I want to do this job. So I hope that it all works out. I hope that your interview goes perfect. We got 300 bits from Genesis with the George Lonk Star Rain. 14 months from Diner Cat, 17 from Cheesa Saves, 3 months from Redshift Vance, 46 months at Tier 2 from Kalen Lux, 300 bits from Noir Kitte, and 14 months from Nukes Girl 18. Thank you all. Well, you read the alerts on Tuesday, so I read the alerts today. That seems fair.
I made you breakfast.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't make you breakfast on Tuesday if I wanted to. It came in a can. It was put there by a man in a factory downtown. Like there's nothing I could have done. All right, let's try a piece of this. This is some ASMR. You're welcome or I'm sorry. That's a good. I didn't know we had butter. When did we buy butter? At a store?
In Myrtle Beach.
So we didn't buy butter. Your mic's not on.
It's because I was eating.
Oh.
I'll be done in a second.
If we both did that, it would be a very be a very different stream. Mal's aware her lap's not on. She turned it off to eat. I, however, turned mine up. Not really. I didn't turn mine up. So we've been busy. We've moved most of the stuff out of the studio. We also, okay. All right. Let me guide you through this to explain the puzzle pieces of the things that we had to do in the last 2 days since we last spoke. Goal. Mal needs to set up her studio. Problem. Studio is full of video games. Solution. Move the video games into another room. Which room? Well, which room? Yeah, which room are we not using at this particular time? The dining room. Okay, move them into the dining room. Problem. Dining room is full of things. Okay. Solution. Move the things. One of the things was just
Problem.
it was
Where things go.
one of the problems was that it was full of cardboard because we moved in boxes and then the boxes are done. So we tore down the boxes and we had boxes from the floor 4 feet tall. It's just a lot of boxes. I'm like, okay. We decided that we would put them in the Subaru because we can take them to the recycling center. So until we do that, they might as well just be in the Subaru.
Okay,
Cool.
my lab's back on now.
So we did that, took care of that. There was other stuff in there that we needed to move around. We're like, all right, so let's deal with that. We moved it around. And somehow, wait, how did this connect to the loft?
Because you wanted to take the square couch
That's right.
piece up
There
to the
was
loft.
furniture that was going to go into the loft.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, we had to start in the loft, which is where we intend to do game streams. So we started there, moved all the crap in the loft into my office, because there's bookshelves that are in the way. So we had to move all of that into my office. Then we could set up the loft, kind of. And then we went into the dining room and dealt with all that stuff. And then we could move stuff from Mouse Studio into the dining room. And we didn't finish, but we've made some good progress. We're also much closer to being able to actually like stream games upstairs, which is good. And I'm excited for folks to see that and to see what we're doing, because there's a few things that are going to be different. For one, we're going to be working very hard to have more consoles hooked up at once, which is exciting. And then the other thing is that we'll have a little more space for people to sit. So it'll be more than just one couch. In case we have guests, they don't have to squish with us on a couch.
Or on a chair sideways behind the couch.
Yeah.
Which Chaz has done.
Yeah. So we're working on it. It's an ever evolving idea because the loft is large and not as large as I'd like. But it's working. It's coming together a little bit. Chaz has a bone to pick. Jeebus. Chaz says, for the record, the total yearly mean temp in Raleigh is 1 degree cooler than Myrtle Beach and 3 degrees cooler than Conway. The idea the ocean cools Myrtle Beach by 10 to 20 degrees is bonkers.
I think it gets colder in Raleigh in the winter.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the ocean keeps Myrtle Beach warmer.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Anyway.
It's been hot here, and it has not been this hot in Myrtle Beach by like 10 to 20 degrees.
It's true. Now, can it get this hot in Myrtle Beach? I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it has.
It's just, I'm very amused by Chaz watching the stream on screen one and then Googling all of this information on the other screen. It's fine. It's fine. Summer is hot.
Yeah.
As a general rule, no matter where you go. But certainly hotter here. And that's okay. That's okay.
Chaz says, I've been to Myrtle Beach and at no point was I thinking, wow, this is so cool and pleasant due to the ocean. Chaz, you could come to Raleigh.
Raleigh, where it's definitely
Chaz
not
says, I will.
due to the ocean.
Yeah, in October when it's not 115.
I wonder what temperatures we'll be looking at in October.
I'd tell you, but my phone's over next to the stove.
Y'all ready for Extra Life in 3 months? Is it 3?
Yeah.
July to August, August to September, September to October. Yeah,
But it's the beginning of July, and that's like the end of October.
I don't know that today qualifies as the beginning of July.
It's close,
It's
though.
like we probably have 3 months and a week or two. So it's like 3.5 months. But still, it's coming. It's coming. It's exciting. Did that one crawl out?
Yeah. DJ Sherbert says, I just did the Celsius conversion. That hot. Yeah, that was third hottest on record.
Yep. Get hot. Did we actually pick a date?
I've asked you this multiple times.
But did we pick one? We didn't pick one, did we? We know it's in October and we know it's near the end. Because we talked about like 2 different things. We did not pick one. Okay. Then I will not announce a date. I will just say it is in October, which is true. It will be in October.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
Which narrows it down a little bit.
Yeah. So, you know, like, if you need to ask off of work, ask off of every Saturday in October to make sure you get all of them.
And Sunday, because you'll be up late.
Yeah. Yeah, if you generally work Sundays, ask off all Saturdays and Sundays. In the middle of October, quit your job. Just quit your job. And there you go. You'll be all set.
I saw Kepler come downstairs, but I do not know where he went. I think he might be on his chair by the window.
Yeah.
There's a hummingbird
Where?
on the backside of the feeder. Sorry, I put out hummingbird food the other day, and I
saw it.
hadn't seen one until now.
I knew as soon as you said that, I was like, you know, everyone's going to be mad that I don't have the camera up now.
I know.
So thanks. See, this wouldn't be a big deal if you knew how to do it. I'd just be like, no, turn on Nature Cam for everyone.
I gotta get more suet. We ordered it, right? It's just gonna take forever to get here. When we go to Walmart today, I'll pick some up.
It's coming.
Well, I gotta get one for the next week or 2.
Shafty says, teacher, you coward. You cannot teach someone who does not want to learn.
It's Steven's job.
Mallory lives...
Someone asked, I think it's Casper, asked if I had gotten the Kakalaki barbecue cheer wine. I didn't yet, but it's on my shopping list next time we go to Publix or Walmart, who also sell it.
There's been so many times in my life where I've so desperately wanted to share knowledge of things that I've...
Renee says, that seems like a husband chore to me. Yep.
Interesting. I could hook it up.
Yeah.
With this framing, where would it go? Because it's like vertical.
Right in between us.
Just chilling.
Or I could move closer to you.
Coffee!
Why am I the way I am? Ah! Gotta get rid of all this because it's up in my butt, so I gotta touch all the metal in a 5-mile radius. We are gonna fix this. It is.
Let's go to Walmart today.
We're gonna fix it.
We'll get a spray bottle and we'll get some static spray. And
This is definitely in my way.
is it still there? I don't know. I do not see the hummingbird this second.
Well, hold on.
I've been noticing the syrup go down, but I haven't seen one till today. It looked like a large bee, but it was definitely a hummingbird.
All right. So I definitely need to touch the uninterrupted power supply. And I really need there to not be static during this part because that's bad. So I'm touching everything, although there's still no guarantee that that'll help me. All right. Let's throw this in here. Okay. Give me just a moment and I will.
Someone
I will
asked
do this
if I
live.
made the hummingbird syrup. I did not, but I plan to once I get through the bottle I found.
Hi, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. So for those that care, which I know is very, very few of you, but the camera that we're using for breakfast stream is the FX3. This is the one we normally use. Let me cover up mouse face. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K with a Lumix Vario 1235. There you go. You learned a thing. Although I think that the people that know about cameras probably already knew what we used. Okay, let me throw this on a tripod.
I gotta fill up the bird feeder too.
And then let me plug in power, because cameras like to be on. Oh, this does not reach. Really?
Was it further over the other day?
Oh, it was plugged into a, hold on. It just so happens that since I'm living out of boxes, I've got
everything you need in boxes.
I've got a bunch of convenient things sitting right here. See, eventually Breakfast Stream is going to move.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where, but somewhere. And as a result, this sort of thing won't, happen. So it is fun to take advantage of it while we can. Oh, this is a badly will that? Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to plug extension cables into
Power supplies.
Yeah, I don't think it matters really, but it's like a precaution. But we're doing it today because there's not a choice.
An excited end to a wintry night. Tiny Eddie's cinnamon syrup sliders.
That's perfect, Eddie. You've done it. That was 1,000 bits from the Leaf. Tiny Eddie cinnamon syrup sliders.
That sounds
In
good.
a wintry night. Eddie, you did so good. Leaf said, Tiny Eddie, I'd like your best nature-themed snack for watching Nature Cam. Syrup comes from maple trees. Sugar maples.
No.
Eddie did good, Stephen.
Eddie did good for you. Why didn't Eddie do good for me? Also, I need a HDMI cable of slightly above average length. Will this work? This is just a normal length cable.
We have 27 months from Queer Quest, 32 months from Epic DXX, 300 bits from Satseat. Anyway, yesterday was a journey. The way home was suddenly diverted last second, which meant the nearest bus stop for bus 2 was useless. Went to the next one and got the wrong bus to the next town over. Nice bus station. Got home at 11 p.m. Clown. I'm sorry. I haven't taken a whole lot of buses. I've taken a lot of like light rail and subway. But I get buses really confused because it's like, well, this one doesn't go there. So then I get confused. Raleigh is public transit. I mean, Myrtle Beach sorta did, but we also don't need to take the public transit. I don't know where the closest bus stop is either.
All right, I'll set up the thing. Set us up the bomb. I mean, I don't see any rabbits or anything this morning. So
No.
But I can still make it.
Also, the tomato plants are on the front porch because we've had like storms. So I put them out there where they are safer.
Where do I want this? Do I want this like?
You gonna adjust the exposure?
I mean, I haven't done that part yet.
Okay.
I can only do so much.
We also have 300 bits from Item Crafting Live. Poor hummingbird, it never remembers the lyrics.
I'm gonna do this.
So I had this game as a kid on PC called Toonland with Howie Mandel. And it had Little Howie. And for those of you that are my age or older, that may be a deep cut. If you remember that he used to do that instead of just like America's Got Talent or whatever it is he does. And one of the lines at the end after it was like a point and click and like things would happen, like it was like a storybook kind of, is Little Howie said, "You want to know why they're humming? They don't know the words." And like that just lives in my brain. And the other day I just texted it to my sister and she's like, "Oh my God, what is that from? I can't remember, but I know it." So I found someone playing through the entire game playing very loosely, and I sent it to her.
I don't see any
Hummingbirds right now?
I don't see any rabbits.
Yeah.
So I don't know how imperative it is that I show the ground.
No, you don't have to. We have 300 bits from CharHutch97. How is the drive around Raleigh compared to Myrtle Beach? Meaning house to stores / restaurants. It's been fine. Like, things seem similar in distance, it feels like, I guess. It's hilly here, which sounds stupid. Oh, Zelda Master knows what I'm talking about. But Myrtle Beach is so flat that, like, we're, like, going, and there's so many trees in Raleigh because it's, like, the city of oaks is, like, their little slogan. And it's, like, up and down hills and curves, and it's, like, this road should not be 45. Oh, my God, it's so curvy. But it is, and it's kind of exciting.
Okay. All right, that's, good enough.
Also, because Myrtle Beach is along the ocean, everything is very down across the beach. So we would live on the north end, and like we'd have to get to the south end for the airport or some things we like.
Did all of this live. Dun, 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 dun.
Can't be. Come here, hi cutie.
This is definitely the most distracting thing I've ever
It's
put on
right
screen.
where Kepler is. Hi cutie.
Extremely distracting thing. Here we go. I'm just gonna do this, and just put it up here.
Oh, you're making biscuits on my leg.
Look at that.
So, Kid Shadow says Raleigh would be less touristy, right? It sure is, and I've noticed that when we go to. Oh, there's a cardinal. I've noticed that at restaurants, and I've noticed it at grocery stores. Like we went into Costco, and it felt kind of like we were the only one, and we definitely weren't. But there's so many less people.
Raleigh is the way that Raleigh is laid out is really weird because it's
a hub.
Well, I mean, like Raleigh is one of those places where all of the stuff is hidden.
Oh yeah, there's like, I've noticed there's not really big signs up that are
There's
like
no
Target.
signs. There's no signs.
Yeah. So we'll
Like-
drive around and there's no billboards and there's no store signs. Like they're tiny. They're maybe only about 3 feet tall.
Everything-
And they're all like neutral colored.
Everything feels like it's in the woods. Like you're just driving through woods and then all of a sudden you come to a clearing and there's like a shopping center.
So here's a Harris Teeter and a restaurant and
It's, it's very different because like in Myrtle Beach, there's just like one main road, right? Mm-hmm. Or if you want to argue three main roads, they're all parallel and there's nothing on them but stuff so you can see the stuff because it's a tourist town.
they're
and they
advertising for tourists.
Yeah, it's a tourist town and they need you to find the things, right? And here, I genuinely believe that you can't organically discover anything. That's what I
Yeah.
believe. You cannot organically discover anything in Raleigh because if you do not already know where it is, you won't know where it is. It's a weird feeling. It's a very different thing because like we went to a restaurant yesterday. And it was a great restaurant. It's actually a chain, and they're in other places in the U.S. It's called BB Bop, and it's the way Mal described it to me, which I think is accurate, is imagine you go to Chipotle to get a bowl, but all of the ingredients are Korean.
I think someone looked at Chipotle and their model and was like, I could do this with
Korean food. It was extremely good. Apparently they have.
They're in Ohio.
Yeah, not bibimbap, the food, but bibimbap. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's close. But they're apparently all over Ohio, and
There's some in DC.
yeah, it was real good. It was really good. But like when we went there, there is no way I would have ever found that place.
Yeah.
Like 0% chance. Because it was like in the middle, like there's these little, fairly big shopping centers, and they're all over the place, and you're never gonna find, even in the shopping center, things are like wooded and stuff, and there's no signage. So even if you're in a shopping center, if you don't know something is already there, or you don't like drive by it and see it directly, you will not know that it's there. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know that I love that, because I like being able to drive by something and be like, oh, cool, look, a thing. As opposed to, I'm going to Google and see if the town has a Long John Silver. It doesn't, by the way. We had 42 months from Vegetable Sorbet and 33 months from Leafly. Thank you. I think we'll probably find a screenshot of this on bad stream layouts.
Yeah.
It's not good, but you know what? I'm entertained by it, so it's fine.
Dive into satisfaction with Tiny Eddie Slim Car Lumps.
I don't think your car should have lumps.
They're lumps from a car.
Oh. 1,000 bits from Leaf, who says, Nature Cam. Calm, quiet, serene. Now to enhance the experience with a Tiny Eddie snack of cursed proportions. Also, slim car lumps. Not the normal car lumps. Slim car lumps. Diet car lumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that is supposed to be, but I'm also not sure why car is a part of the snack repertoire. It seems dangerous.
Yep.
I haven't done a very good job of getting through this.
You have not.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm gonna eat it now.
Do that.
Have we had any words besides that cardinal?
I don't know. I haven't paid like 100% attention to that.
Normally we have rabbits
Yeah.
and
Squirrels. That bird feeder has scratches on it from the squirrel. Clawing his little hands into the holes
But
and
you know
getting the
what?
seed out. Huh.
The seed is low, and the suet's gone.
Yeah.
So I bet that's why.
There's no bunnies.
Maybe, yeah.
LucasArts presents Biblically Accurate G-Man in Zora's Domain. Acquire the sponges.
Presents. LucasArts presents.
That's how my brain felt reading that. 1,000 bits from Genesis. Hey Rad, what game should I play on my lunch break today? Biblically Accurate G-Man.
Cardinal's back.
In Zora's Domain, acquire the sponge. He needs a sponge for each eye.
Acquire the sponges.
For each sponge he acquires, he grows another arm for his eye, so he can hold the sponges on the eyes. That's a really cursed fan art.
Yeah.
G-Man with multiple arms, holding sponges on multiple eyes. Also, it's a point-and-click adventure game. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. I, for one, approve of having bird feeder cam during breakfast stream. Here's hoping it can become a regular thing. After all, they need their breakfast, too. I don't want to tell you I don't like it. I do like it. But I don't want to promise it as a long-term feature.
Yeah.
It would require us doing breakfast stream here, which might be hard.
Backed by popular demand, Tiny Eddie's famous Brownie Richies.
Famous.
Just take 2 snack foods and just put them together.
It's the Tiny Eddie formula.
Cake fingers. Love it. 1,000 bits from Gamer Go Life. It says, Tiny Eddie, what should I snack on while working? Brownie Richies. Arguably one of the most tame things that we've ever heard.
Yeah.
Seriously, just pick any 2 snack foods, put them together. There you go. That's it. Eat that. What's 2 other good snack foods?
Cookies and brownies.
Well, you know, we just did brownies. Cookies and
Donuts.
how would that work?
Don't know.
If you did a donut, but you did the top of it was hard like a cookie, that could work. Thomas says, what is a Richie? I've never heard of these, and Eddie is just slinging them. We had a whole discussion because Chaz put Richies in, and the first time they ever came up, even we were like, what's a Richie? And Chaz was like, a Richie. And then we all just over time accepted it. And that's it. That's the story. That's about... Pokemon says, I still don't know. I feel like I knew, but I definitely forgot.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't know. I'm making my way
Through your
this
toast.
bread.
I got a little distracted by the song and the dancing in chat and the cardinal.
That's not real.
Chaz photoshopped that.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's not a real thing. Not convinced that ever existed.
Every shy child wants Tiny Eddie's lumpy banana and muffin munchies.
What's with all the lumps? This is such a lumpy morning. I got all the lumps this morning. 1,000 bits from Lola Loves Peaches. Tiny Eddie, what treat should I bring to my new coworkers on my first day at my new job? Show them you care with
The
lumps.
mixer broke at the factory. Oh, I hit the lap. I'm sorry.
Everybody's doing it by hand. They're like, this is the best we can do. This is the best we can do. Lumpy banana. I mean, bananas are like lumpy though. Like if you're trying to like put them in something.
Not if you mash them finely, like I do when I put them in oats. You don't bake, I know.
Other words aside, this is basically banana muffins, which would actually be a wonderful thing to bring to coworkers.
Yeah.
It would actually be very nice. I would like a banana muffin.
I tucked Kepler in.
See, soon people are going to be like, listen,
Kepler cam.
where's the Kepler cam?
Play the art.
Play the art?
Yeah. It's Kepi. It's Rainbow Kepi.
It's a good image. Now got this thing that goes over
It's a privacy film.
a privacy film for the window, and it makes a rainbow. So the light comes in and it puts a rainbow on the floor, and it's very cute because in the morning we get up and we open the door to the bathroom, and then Kepler walks in, and he's just standing in the rainbow. It happens like every day. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'll have to finish cleaning the floors and move that mop bucket so we can get a better picture.
Yeah. It's such a... Everything is such a...
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is so much. There is so much. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, Anissa asked a good question. Where's Kepi's litter box located? So Kepler has an entire bathroom to himself. That is where his litter box is. We actually put his litter box in a bathtub, and then we just stopped the drain. And that's just his bathroom.
I have a cat fountain that hooks up to the sink, so we're gonna set that up too.
Yeah.
So, and it's motion activated, so when he sits in front of it, it turns on. When he leaves, it stops.
And like, Kepler and Sagan always got away with having just one litter box between them, which is impressive. So Kepler still just has the one, and I was a little worried moving here. I was like, well, I hope that he's going to do okay with just one, because the house is divided very evenly between the first and second floor. Will he, you know, be okay with like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to go upstairs and do it and come back downstairs? And the answer is yeah. He hasn't had any problems. We haven't needed a second litter box on the ground floor. And there's been times where he's been chilling and then he just disappears for a few minutes and then he comes back and I'm like, oh, he went potty. Okay, good. So.
I mean, he spent a lot of his time at the last house upstairs with you, and his litter box was downstairs.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. And like most of what we, like in our day-to-day when we're working, we're upstairs because our offices are upstairs, which means he's upstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been doing really good.
What happens when you have guests? We have another bathroom.
Mm-hmm. There's a bathroom. There's a different bathroom that is attached to the guest room. So, guests have their own bathroom. Kepler has his own bathroom. And then we have a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
God bless Kepler.
I mean, we could have done this before and put his bathroom upstairs in the old place.
Yeah, actually we could have.
But we didn't feel like we
just
needed a litter box just for that one room up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have actually done this at the last place. So at our last place, my bathroom that was upstairs in my office, it had a shower, and like we never used it. We never used it. Guests never used it. And when we moved in, there was evidence that it had never been used ever.
Yeah.
So that house, now being 5 years old, has a shower that no one has ever showered in since its construction. I wonder if the next people that, you know, rent there will actually use it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out No, we won't find out. It would be bizarre if we did find out. I was like, we'll find out in the future. No, we won't. That would be insane. If we waited until someone was living there and then we knocked on the door and like, did you ever use the upstairs shower? We'd probably be asked to leave, arrested.
Is that a male cardinal?
I
can't see.
I think so. I believe so.
Oh, come on around the side.
Come on, buddy, you're doing it. You're doing great.
I can see some red and a red beak. It might be a male.
I do like bird. We had 100 bits from Aye Smiter and 300 bits from Kid Shadow, who says, I know it's probably not likely, but there was a joke Tuesday about a ladies' night disc only, and that does sound entertaining. I don't control the show. I just show up and say the funny things, and if I suspect at any point that the conversations at hand are not funny enough, I interject comedy forcefully or steer the way into something that I think is funnier and more accessible to a general audience. That's my role on the show. Thank you, Master Injector. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here. I'm here to inject. I'm almost done with my toast.
Good, finally. How is it, by the way?
It's very good.
There's a woodpecker. Oh, we're having a fight.
Getting some mileage out of Nature Cam right now.
I know.
Still no rabbits or anything that I can see. Which is weird. We definitely have more than one, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of rabbits in the neighborhood.
Well, I mean, we've had more than one in our yard at the same time, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Good, I'm glad.
The edges.
Were very crispy. It would have been really good dipped in soup. Like potato and leek soup.
Or breakfast soup, or, yeah. You didn't even challenge that. I said an insane thing to see what your response would
I know.
be. And you just let it slide. You're like, nah. I'm not.
Circle Now Squared says, I thought there were local cats. Why don't they eat the buns? As far as we know, there's one local cat, and it's super friendly. Like, if someone's walking, I've watched it, like, just walk into the street, say hi, and then walk away.
Yeah. Also seems like a pretty well-fed cat,
Yeah.
which is a twofold thing, right? If it's well-fed, it doesn't have a whole lot of incentive to like go after the bunny, and then also, I think it's well-fed to the point that that'd probably be a lot of effort for the cat. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, Thrasher's there now. Scared off the woodpecker.
I do like this. My first, and this is called a disease, where when I'm looking at this, my first thought is, you know, if I had a longer lens, you know, we could really get up into that thing.
That is a big bird, Rayloon says. He's been digging holes in our backyard because he likes to take a dust bath. And there are holes that are like this deep from him. Now you want a new lens?
That is not, so. That's a twofold problem, right? First problem is I should not buy lenses.
No, you should not.
Second off, I should not buy lenses for micro Four Thirds cameras.
Correct.
Like if I was going to buy a lens, I would buy a full frame Sony lens for the FX3. Why on earth would I buy?
Thomas has a good idea. Just move the camera outside. It's only like 95 degrees right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd go real well. Be perfect. Put a telescope in front of it. That actually, I'm fairly certain that a telephoto lens for a micro Four Thirds camera would be way, way, way cheaper than the full frame one. So it actually probably wouldn't actually be super, super expensive. But is it worth it? Maybe. Can you imagine?
We're not going to keep doing breakfast stream down here.
Can you imagine the bird being big? Imagine the bird, but it's large. And then you get to see the bird better.
Imagine we're upstairs.
What would be the easiest way to...
Wireless HDMI transmitter?
That's not the best way. It's fine. I don't need to think about this. I don't need to think about this. I need to just... But I do. I like this. This is fun. I do enjoy this. In the future, we'll just do breakfast stream outside with the birds. We'll just cover ourselves in bird seed. I think that would be fun. I don't know if that would be fun. Maybe fun is not the best way of putting that, but like, that's fine. Hi, Emil.
Good morning.
Good morning. We get 300 bits from Slick Duke. It says, all this bird talk is reminding me of the board game Wingspan. Not sure if you've heard of it or played it, but it's a lot of fun.
Seen it, but I don't think I've played it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Is that the catbird? Oh, it's gone.
I'm going to look it up live. There is some sort of bird game I've seen in like the Target. Oh, this is it. No, okay, yeah. Wingspan. This is it. This is a very highly rated game. Let me look it up on Board Game Geek.
Radio Dread says, catbird? Yeah, we've had this bird, and it makes little mewing noises like a kitten. It's like, meow.
It's a pretty highly rated game.
And it sounds just like a kitten, and I've heard it a lot, and then I finally saw one, and it was like, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of an off-putting bird, in my opinion, because like your first instinct is like, oh, there is a kitten in trouble, and it's not. It's a stupid bird.
If you get my phone, I can play the noise on the Bird Finder app.
Sure.
It's by the toaster.
Oh, here comes Static Steven, gonna break all the things. Gotta touch some metal as he sings. Where is your phone?
It's by the toaster, I think.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Ah, dang
Jesus. How do you, first off, how
It
do you
should be in
how
the
do you live
kitchen.
like this where you don't know where your things are?
I don't know, and I don't have my watch on to ping it.
Do you have a semblance of an idea of where you've been?
Down here and upstairs.
That's...
Can you call it? It's probably on silent.
Yeah, Matt, listen.
Oh, I found it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Man, this is...
Bird Finder.
This is a relatively daily occurrence in this house.
Catbird.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
All right, are we ready for
Doesn't
this?
drive me nuts ever. Yeah, play the catbird.
That's not the one. Let's try a different one. No, that's not it either.
Now it's gonna be really loud. Just FYI, you're gonna kill them. Like you're. This is where you. Yeah, you should. Kept left.
They sound like a cat. They kind of meow.
We didn't really give an example of that.
None of them were really great. Like, so it gives me all these different, oh, you can't see that. It's too bright. There's like 5 calls it gives me, and none of them were exactly the ones we've been hearing.
I mean, it does. It does sound exactly. It does sound exactly like a kitten. Like when you're walking around the neighborhood, you can see the bird making the sound, and it is just like. And if you're not looking at it, it does sound like a kitten. It's just funny because
I thought there would be one.
none of the sounds sound like it. I was like, well, you have to kind of take our word for it. It's fine. We got 23 months from Destined Hell Racing 62. 300 bits from Shin Author says, so a few weeks ago I adopted a 1-year-old cat named Jack. I'm getting by with caring for him in my small place, though he is a bit of a clown. How do you teach a cat it's okay to go certain places he thinks he's not allowed? So this is an interesting question because this is usually it's the opposite. Usually people are like, oh man,
Don't go here.
My cat wants to go to this place and they're not allowed. So you want a cat to go a place that he thinks he's not allowed to go. I mean, you could just not worry about it. Unless you really, really want him to go there. Like you could physically move him there.
Yeah.
You could put
Treats or feed him there.
Yeah. You have to make him, if you want him to be in a spot, you have to make him feel comfortable in the spot. Mm-hmm. So.
Like sometimes Kepler doesn't feel safe because of like not having a good grip or something.
Yeah. You basically have to do things that make the cat more comfortable in the space. So whether that's feeding him or giving him treats.
Encouragement.
It's just encouragement. Catnip, yeah, catnip's a really good answer. Anything that would just make the cat feel at ease, and I mean that's basically all you can do. Obviously, don't scold the cat in the environment. That's about it. Doesn't care for catnip. Yeah, I mean,
It's like 1 in 4 don't.
Yeah, yeah, some cats don't like it. You can also overexpose cats to catnip.
Yeah.
And
And
then it
sometimes
stops
when they're
working.
too young, it doesn't work.
Oh yeah, catnip doesn't usually work for cats until they're a certain age.
Yeah, I forget what age that is,
Because
though.
our boys didn't have, catnip didn't affect them until they were however old. I don't know how old it is, 1 or 2 years or something.
Something. And
Now
sometimes
they love it.
Sometimes Silvervine works for cats that don't like catnip.
I forget Silvervine's a thing. Anyway. Oh, well, also Jack's a year old. So that might be why catnip's not working quite yet. Just try putting a towel or something on my desk and leaving a treat there. Yeah, oh, okay, so you're trying to get so that helps. So you're trying to get the cat to chill with you on the desk. Ah, I see. Yeah, I would do that. That's a really good plan, because you make a little bed, which a lot of times cats are naturally drawn to a towel or something that they feel like is for them. So you do that, put some treats there, and whenever, when the cat's up there, encourage the cat, be like, hey, this is good. I'm talking to you in the nice voice. And yeah, over time, that'll probably work.
A 1-year-old is going to be a lot different than Kepler, too.
Yeah.
Kepler, all he wants to do is just snuggle and be cozy, because he's 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, if you have a cat between like 1 and 3, most of what they want to do is just be all over the place.
And be a pain.
Yeah. Chanel says, then again, he's just vibing near the windows most of the time. That's fine. He lays there like a limp noodle. Yeah. And he probably likes the sunlight too, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep enjoying your kitty. I love hearing about folks that get cats. 30 Bits from Laneland says, my family just got back from a road trip from Massachusetts to Florida and back, and we stayed in a town called Rocky Mount, outside of Raleigh. The hotel had a colony of outdoor cats and kittens that were pretty friendly. Had to resist the urge to just scoop them up and take them home. I remember we stayed at a hotel in outside of DC, and there was a cat in the parking lot that was following me, and I was going in to
I think that was Philly. Did I ruin your story again? I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was a Tuesday.
It might have been
The
a
library,
Tuesday.
no, it was a Thursday. The library had flooded. No, wait, no, the library was dry as a bone. Brittany had just walked in. Wait, no, Brittany's sister had just walked in. Listen, it was oh my God, it was a Wednesday. Jesus Christ. It was 7 p.m. No, wait, it was 6:46 p.m. I like how in making fun of you, I just dragged Thomas through the mud. Like, hey, Thomas, follow me. It's fine.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Thomas.
at either DC or Philadelphia, who knows or cares, there was a cat that was in the parking lot that was following me. And Mal had already went into the hotel, and I was in I was in the parking lot, I was getting stuff, and the cat was out there, and I was like, hey, buddy, and it was super, super friendly. I was like, all right, I'm going in. So I start going in, and the cat is following me, and I'm like, and it was one of those automatic doors, and I'm like, the cat wasn't big enough to activate the automatic door,
But you were.
but I was, and I'm like, okay, buddy, you gotta stay out here, and I was like trying to get it to stay outside. Yeah, it's on the vlog. It's on the 2018 vlog. So that was fun. A little fun. He used you to activate it. Well, that cat was outside and so friendly and so near the door and not afraid of it.
It was so near the door.
Well, the thing is, like, you know that the hotel staff very regularly deals with that cat in the lobby.
Yeah.
Very regularly, that cat's like, sup? Anyway, speaking of Rocky Mount, we've driven through Rocky Mount several times and met up with my good buddy Seth, who lives in Rocky Mount and actually still lives in Rocky Mount. And when things are a little more situated, we should meet up with Seth.
Yeah, you messaged him.
I did. Mm-hmm. I sent him a message and was like, hey, we live real close to you now. And he was like, oh, that's really cool. So hopefully in the near future, either he'll come here or we'll go there or something and we'll meet up and have dinner. Yeah, let's have beans. Bean time. 3 bits from Kid Shadow. It says, here comes Static Steven, coming to break the thing. He's going to touch some metal as he sings. How did you make that up? New Alert song? I made it up because I start talking and then it's somewhat rhythmic and has an easy end rhyme, so I do another line with another easy end rhyme. That's it. That's the secret.
That's how you do it.
Secret revealed. The trick is to always use easy end rhymes so you don't get stuck. 38 months from Rasaka Gaming. And 300 bits from Squid that says, speaking on animals following you, one time I was walking into work, a dog ran up and started following me. Thankfully, a police officer was walking out and the dog followed him. I guess if you walk into work and the dog followed you, then everyone would be mad at you. They'd be like, why'd you let the dog in? Be like, well, I don't control the dog. I'm just coming into work. The dog followed me. I have no say in whether the dog comes in or not. It would certainly liven up a workplace.
Yeah. There was a deer that got into the grocery store my sister worked at a few years ago. Mm-hmm.
That's too big.
There was also a deer that crashed through a glass window into a pub in Menominee when I was there.
I've heard of that. Or
I showed
there's a
you the
video?
video.
Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah. I mean, a deer is not as scary as, like, a buck. Like, if there was a buck in a grocery store, that's cause for extreme concern immediately. Like, oh, this is bad. A deer is alarming, but not in a I'm scared of dying way.
I mean, they're still big.
What's a deer gonna do?
Kick.
I mean, don't be near that. Don't be near the kicking part.
Oh,
Be near the other part.
I see.
Anyway, we got a subscription from LeChug. Welcome. Dear Ken and we'll heck you up. Can they?
Can you fight a deer?
Could I fight a deer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Thomas says the antlers that could gorge you. I said a buck. So, like, that's the difference, right? Like,
A doe and a buck?
yeah. Okay, so deer technically is either doe or buck,
Yes.
right? But deer in
You
my
mean a doe.
yeah. That's why I say a buck. Because the buck has the antlers. Yeah. Was that not clear? Did I not make that clear? I think I made it clear. I'm saying a female deer, a doe. I'm not like super afraid of a doe. Like if a doe was in if a doe was in a grocery store, would I be alarmed? I'd be alarmed.
It's Tuesday and there's a deer.
I'd be alarmed. But would I be afraid of it? Not really. I would just stay away from it. If a buck was in a grocery store, I would be extremely afraid because a buck will kill you. Yeah. A doe will hurt you badly if they want to. I mean, me and the dough. We'll go right now. You want to take this outside?
Why don't you fight Thomas first, and we'll see how you do.
Why do you want me to fight Thomas?
I thought you guys agreed to fight. You're gonna sumo.
I have caustic chondritis. Do you want your husband to die?
Thomas is ready to fight.
Thomas is young and spry. I'm an old man. Like the best thing I have going against Thomas is that I'm so much bigger than Thomas.
You're bigger than everyone.
I know, and like I might be able to.
You are bigger than all of our friends.
I might be able to keep Thomas away just by holding like his head, like the old cartoons where they're just swinging, and I can just be like, okay, I might be able to put a stop to the fight. I might be able to jump on top of a high ledge that Thomas can't reach. And that's it. Like at that point, I don't have an additional plan, because like if he touches me, I'm old and I'll turn to dust. I'll be like, oh my God, it's too difficult. I've seen you jump. You can't jump. Wow.
You can't jump that pond.
I mean, I can't jump the pond, which is why I didn't jump the pond. Thomas, I think I can jump higher than you. I can definitely jump farther than you. Definitely. And I think I can probably also jump higher than you. And let's make a list of all the other things I can do that Thomas can't do. We'll just make a big list. There are a lot of. It's easy to say the words, right? Like if you're, like I'm in the comfort of my own home on a couch. I'm like, let me tell you all the things
I can do. People with kids or people who remember elementary school, what's it called where you do like the fitness and you get a medal if you hit certain things?
What?
There was a thing, and you had
Triathlon.
No, it was like how many push-ups can you do, and
Decathlon.
like a hang and like a presidential fitness test. Thank you, Thomas.
What in God's name is the presidential fitness test?
It's a bunch of different fitness things, and you have to do a certain amount, and if you meet all the criteria, you get a medal that's like, I think Clinton set it up. Maybe Bush.
It sounds like other nonsense to me. So you do a bunch. Sorry, I didn't go to the schools that had the presidential fitness test. What?
Presidential fitness test.
What grade is this? They make
Elementary.
children.
Aim to encourage Americans to be active. Oh, Lyndon B. Johnson did it. Discontinued in 2018.
Lyndon B. Johnson. Bill
So there was like
Clinton.
2 levels of it too, right? There was like, oh, you did good, but then there was like, oh, wow, you did really good.
What is the point of this? Just to make the kids that can't do it feel bad? Is that why Lyndon B. Johnson, did he have a grudge
He was trying
against?
to make people more active.
But did it do
kids.
that though?
I don't
Did
know.
it make them more active, or did it just make everyone that couldn't complete the test feel like garbage?
I mean, yeah, because I couldn't complete the test.
Lyndon,
was only like-
Lyndon B. Johnson.
There's only like 3 kids
With a
in our
cigar.
class who could actually do it.
Make your kids jump.
Here.
Lyndon, are you sure? No.
The most recent version included sit-ups,
Make the kids jump.
a shuttle run, a V-sit reach, a 1-mile run, pull-ups, and right-angle push-ups.
Make your kids run a mile. Lyndon, they're in 2nd grade. I said what I said. We'll give them a presidential medal. Make them run. Well, some of the kids can't run. Make them run.
Here, did you want to hear about the criteria?
For those who are in Sweden or who are me and do not know anything about this, because I did not do this, and I have no
Your
idea
dad
what
said
this
it
is.
was in school when he was in school.
Okay, well, I I did not do this. How to do the presidential fitness test. If you'd like to attempt the presidential fitness test, here's how.
You and Thomas. Let's go.
Okay. Sit-ups. Perform as many sit-ups as you can in 60 seconds. So that's the first part. Okay. Shuttle run. Mark 2 lines on the floor 30 feet apart. Place 2 objects that you can easily pick up and set down, like water bottles, behind one of the lines. Walk to the other line and turn to face the objects on the floor. This is where you'll start. Start a timer, run to the objects, pick one up, run back to the starting point, and place the object behind the line. You do it 4 times, 120 feet in total. V-sit reach. Mark a straight line 2 feet long on the floor. This is your baseline, and then place a measuring tape on the floor perpendicular to the midpoint of the baseline. Sit on the floor on the opposite side of the line to the tape measure with your legs outstretched and your feet 8 to 12 inches apart. Okay, but what do you do? Why is this so
It's
wordy?
how far you can reach to show.
Why don't they just say sit on your butt and reach? This is too many words. 1 mile run. Run 1 mile as fast as you can. See, that's the sort of... Why can't we... this, you gotta make things succinct. Pull-ups. Perform as many pull-ups as you can in a single set. I don't know what a single set is, but okay. Right angle push-ups. Perform as many push-ups as you can in a single set.
It's how many you can do until you have to like take a break or stop.
I can do 2 push-ups. So Thomas, what do you got? What you got, bud? Because I can do 2. I used to be able to do 1. And then I decided I was going to try really hard to do 2. And I did 2. Like 20? This man just lying on the internet like this. Thomas, nobody can do 20 push-ups. Nobody can do 20. You can probably do 1, maybe 2. And that's fine. Do I need to film this? So Thomas is going to stream later today, and it's just going to be him doing push-ups. Emil says, I think I can do like 40. Emil, I also can do 40 over the course of 20 days. Listen, everybody seems to be
Feel
lying.
delighted from your shin to your foot with Tiny Eddie's diced skunk wafers.
You know what the problem is with doing push-ups? You have to get onto the ground. And I don't know about y'all, but like when you get onto the ground, you got to get back up, and that's impossible.
That's a push-up.
Anyway, this was all of the stuff for the presidential test.
Those are the numbers.
Oh, here's the note. Okay, let me read this, and then we'll go over these numbers. And this is for children.
Yeah. That's why only like 2 or 3 kids in my grade ever got it.
1,000 Bits from Grabobly says, Tiny Eddie, what can you give us to help pass the presidential fitness test? Diced skunk wafers. You'll be forced to eat them if you don't pass. So it encourages children to work harder. They have to eat the skunk wafers. Did I ever tell people about the time that I ate the...
Skunk wafers.
what's the stinky durian?
Yeah.
Someone in mail one time sent in durian
Cookies?
crackers.
Crackers? Something.
We didn't film it. We tried them off camera. To this day, I'm like, why didn't we do that? Why didn't we film the stupid thing? But someone sent it. It was a big pack. It was a big pack of these durian crackers. And I was like, how bad could this be? And it was bar none the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. I took a single, relatively small bite out of this durian cracker, and it was the worst thing. And it lingered in my mouth for hours.
You were so upset.
I was furious. I could not believe it. Was when I think Dan and Michael were around, and we were talking about this stuff, and I was like, yeah, how bad could it be? And I took a small bite of it, and it was awful. I had no idea. There was nothing in my life that could prepare me for how terrible it was and how long it would stay in my mouth. Yeah. So I'm interested in trying actual durian, or I had been, and now knowing what just that little cracker did, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way I would try it. No way. It was disgusting. So anyway, let me tell you this and then I'll read the rest of the alerts here. Oh, there's different ages.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So some folks,
Thomas is texting me.
well, I have her phone and I'm not reading it. When she gets the phone back, she'll read your text. So our audience tends to skew just a little bit older, a little bit like towards our age. We get a lot of our primary demographic here is 25 to 34. It's our primary demographic. That being said, there's probably someone here who's a little bit younger. This chart goes down to 17. I don't know if we have any 17-year-olds, but I'm going to read the chart for 17-year-olds. So this is for a 17-year-old boy. In 1 minute, you should be able to do 55 sit-ups.
That's a lot.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Mm-hmm. If you're 18 or 19, you can just, you're close enough. So, can you do 55 sit-ups in 1 minute? That seems extreme to me. Now, admittedly, when I was in high school, I was never like, fit, right? But when I was in high school, I could do a bunch of different things. I played DDR all the time in high school, and I wasn't an athlete, but I was in relatively good shape. Mm-hmm. And even then, asking me to do 55 sit-ups in a minute seems extreme. Anyway, 55 sit-ups in a minute. Your shuttle run has to be 8.7 seconds. Your V-sit reach, so your reach has to be 7 inches. That's so hard to understand. You need to be able to run a mile in 6 minutes, which is fast.
That is fast.
You have to be able to do 13 pull-ups in a single sitting and 53 push-ups. 53 push-ups. It's a lot. Anyway, you can respond to Thomas. 6-minute mile.
The V-sit reach is if you have your feet this far apart, it's how many inches you can reach past that with your legs straight.
I just wanted to read one more factoid for like a younger, because they apparently do this all the way down to age 6, which just seems insane.
Yeah, I remember doing it in elementary.
Okay.
We didn't do it in high school.
I'm just going to randomly choose. Let's do 9-year-olds. 9-year-olds. A 9-year-old should be able to do 41 sit-ups in a minute and run an 8.5-minute mile. But they only have to do 18 push-ups. Anyway, I didn't have to do that. Moving on. We got 579 bits from Mazel with an E, who says, so my partner has been interested in getting a video camera beyond his phone. Do you know of a good, semi-inexpensive starter camera? I know next to nothing, so the insight would be super helpful. A video camera. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of stuff. My first instinct goes to so Canon makes a camera that I think is fairly inexpensive called the M200. And I'm not 100% sure on all the specs of it, but I think that it's a fairly decent place to start. Sony also has some really good lower end cameras. The A6100, I think they had the A6000 and it's now been replaced with the A6100. That's also a good place to start. So like semi-inexpensive could mean a lot of different things. I don't know what the M200 is. The A6100 I think is in the range of like $500 maybe? About $500. Okay, so
Just quick while you're looking that up. girls pull-ups are the only category that gets like worse. It's like, oh, when you're 6 you should be able to do 2 pull-ups as a girl, but when you're 17 you only have to do 1.
Oh, this camera is more expensive than I
And
thought.
guys have to do 13.
Is this the camera I meant? Oh, the A6000 is super cheap. You can get an A6000 used for some dollars. Oh my god. Can we show this? Can we get this on screen? How do we get this on screen?
Thomas knows how.
Ridiculous. Oh, now Thomas is backing out. My bald spot's bad and they aren't good push-ups. Don't back out. Don't back out. Get it to Chaz and I'll put it on screen. We'll cover the birds. Cover up the birds. I don't know how to do it. Listen, I can't help you. I'm busy. Anyway, Mazel, I would look at the Sony A6000. It's totally fine to buy a used camera, and sometimes you can get a slightly better camera that way because you're buying it used. A6000, A6100, those are good cameras. The M200 is also a pretty good camera, and I think it's cheaper. That is a gun. Got to put the word Canon on the M200 or it will show you a gun. Oh, the M200 is even cheaper. You can buy it new for about $500 and it comes with a lens. Which I guess if you're buying a camera, you need a lens. Okay. Yeah, and like I don't know the intricacies of all of these things because I haven't like studied all of this this range of cameras, but that would be 2 like pretty good places to start. Trying to think if there's any other ones. You could also look at if you don't need mirrorless, if you don't need to do something that's quite that small, you could do you could look at some of Panasonic's stuff, like the like if you were gonna, you could get like a used GH4, and I bet that's pretty inexpensive. Anyway, hopefully some of that's helpful. Hopefully. But you have a vendetta. I do have a vendetta against Panasonic, simply because their camera had a error and they didn't fix it.
Yeah.
But like, are the cameras themselves good? I mean, they are, but I'm always going to be mad at them for that. 300 Bits from Vagabond says, so after a lot of research, a Richie is a type of Twinkie that was made by Little Debbie in 2016 and was shortly discontinued. A Richie is a Twinkie.
Is it a chocolate one or something?
So like they don't even exist anymore. They're just they're a thing that
They live on.
they lived for a few years.
They live on with Tiny Eddie.
Theirs specifically was a rich chocolate cake. Interesting. Neat. I ain't never had one, and I guess I never will.
Yeah.
We got 11 months from me and Mean Dean 12. I'll always say Me and Dean. 34 months from Paint Chipper. 30 Bits from Will Peters who says, I only know of the presidential fitness thing from the animated show I watched in the 2000s. Like Billy and Mandy did an episode on it. I remember watching Billy and Mandy when it was on air, which has been like forever ago. But I don't remember that specific episode. But also, I don't think I've ever heard of this until
Today.
I think we've talked about it maybe briefly once in the past. But yeah, I learned more about it today than I've ever learned. And more importantly, I learned that Thomas can do the push-ups.
He can do the push-ups.
Which means that I'm going to have to work even harder. I am supposed to do some
Upper body exercises.
Yeah, that's supposed to help the caustic chondritis.
You have to be careful though, because you can also strain it and make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. At some point when we get things set back up, I'll probably play some DDR. Although I guess it doesn't help my upper body.
It doesn't.
Oh, that sucks. They need DDR for like this. Oh, I could get into Taiko Drum Master. Is that? That's more arms, huh?
Yeah. Ring Fit because of the.
Oh yeah, Ring Fit. I never played Ring Fit. You played it, and I had just a thing that wasn't hooked up, like an idiot. I could do Ring Fit.
Yeah.
I might actually do that. I might play Ring Fit. That might be fun. Huh. Okay. We'll do a Let's Play Ring Fit. It would certainly keep me accountable. Maybe I should. It would be fun. I could do streams of Ring Fit, and they would start out extremely short. Every stream.
And then they would start to get longer.
The stream would be like 5 minutes. Jeff says Beat Saber. See, Jeff is very physically fit because Jeff's been doing all of these different games. I don't have Beat Saber, although the few times that I've played it, it is very fun.
Yeah.
It is extremely fun. That being said, I do not have it. What do you think about this Ring Fit thing? I think that'd work. 500 Bits from Osaka Gaming says, hey guys, back after a long hiatus, I'm happy to report that this year is turning around for me. I just accepted a new job and will be starting next month. GameStop has been fun, but it's time for a change. Good vibes.
Congrats on the new job though.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also, anytime anyone like says like this year is turning around for me, like that's great. Like if there's enough stuff in the universe changing that you feel that way, that's really good. And you should definitely like roll with that, and then also like ride that high for, as long as possible. So good vibes. I hope your new job goes really well. We got 500 Bits from Zelda Master. It says the Fitness Gram Pacer.
No. The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start.
This has happened before.
Yes.
This has happened before. This exact alert has come through.
That must be the British version, though.
This exact alert has come through at some point, and I have started to read it, and you have stopped me, and you have read it in your voice. This has happened before. I just got wild deja vu. And I don't know what this is. We also have 27 months from Darchi. Thank you. We also have some art here, which might be Thomas doing push-ups. So we're going to play this before we end off the stream. Oh, it's not. That is adorable.
Love it.
That is adorable. That's my little boy.
In the rainbows.
In the rainbows. He's just over there, just relaxing. I've got all sorts of offensive magic. It will be a waste not to use it. Yes. Oh, to this star egg. There's a good sport. Listen, Mallow's doing his best to hold the star eggs. Mm-hmm. With no context, and maybe even with context, this is the wildest image to have ever appeared on screen. No regrets. So let me wrap up. Let me wrap up today and say what's going on today?
Today's Thursday.
Today is
so...
Thursday. We got a new episode of Skyrim out yesterday. Dan's finally feeling better and has been doing some stuff. Skyrim's out. There's another episode of Pokemon today where we finally meet Giovanni.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Okay. What are we streaming tomorrow?
You know, I don't know. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to be able to actually like get back into Pokemon.
Yeah.
It won't be tomorrow.
No.
But we are getting closer to of being like, oh, you know, we might be able to actually get to this. If folks really liked Captain Toad, we can keep playing Captain Toad if folks really liked that vibe. It was pretty casual vibe of us doing dinner and Toad.
Will there be lasagna though? Vagabond ass.
I don't think there'll be lasagna. What do we have tomorrow?
Yakisoba.
Yakisoba? Oh.
Yeah. We also gotta eat those mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah. Did we really play much of... We be the chapter. We be the whole chapter.
Yeah.
Dinner and a Toad. Yeah, so we might do that tomorrow. Like, we'll definitely play a game. And, you know, if folks liked us doing Captain Toad, I'm cool with doing...
Captain Toad again?
Captain Toad. Because we can't do Pokemon tomorrow. Like,
No.
we can't do that tomorrow.
No.
We're not that far. I'm hopeful that we could do Pokemon next week. Hopefully. I think there's enough set up that as long as things don't go horribly awry, we should probably be able to do Pokemon next Friday. I hope. He says before they do Toad again. But tomorrow night we'll probably do Toad. It'll be down here.
Yeah.
And that'll be that. As far as vlogs, I haven't released vlogs in 2 days, which I feel bad about because I had been doing well, but there's just been too much things. I'll probably I'll get back to it today.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah. We'll move some more stuff out of the studio and then edit vlogs.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So anyway,
Stephen and Friends, Saturday?
Oh yeah, Dan did something. What did he do? Oh, broken phone. It's a broken phone. It's a broken phone episode. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Stay tuned. I'll try to get a vlog out today. In the midst of moving the rest of the boxes, I gotta tell you, one of the biggest problems that room. Yeah, there was like several thousand video games, but those were in like boxes, right? We moved those out. Every board game we own
Is also in that room.
Yeah, but loose. Like the individual boxes. So not like bunches of games in one box. It's just like, here's the box for Suburbia, and here's the box for Dead of Winter, and here's the box for Risk. Like they're all just in there. And that's a pain?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big pain, because you gotta, those all independently gotta come out and go somewhere. It's fine, it's totally fine. All right, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. We will see you
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for dinner and a game. I'm gonna say likely dinner and a Toad. Dinner and a Toad. See you then.